Jermell Charlo finally got a chance to face Canelo Alvarez, and pros have shared their reaction to the epic showdown. Both fighters were very confident in their abilities to beat each other, and they both thought that they had the perfect game plan. Canelo thought that the fight was perfect for the fans, and he mentioned that it had been in the works for quite some time. Canelo stated, "I think this fight is in the making for a long time, so this is the perfect time to make this fight. He's undisputed in his weight class, I'm undisputed in my weight class, so I think it's good for boxing. It's good for the fans waiting for this fight to be put on for a long time, so it's a perfect time. Right now, I'm able to control my hand 100%, and I'm able to train 100% with Eddie Reynoso. So it's gonna be different because I have that confidence in my training, in my hand, in everything. So it's gonna be different." Jermell was definitely missing his brother during the camp and the fight, and a lot of people thought that it was going to affect him in the fight. Jermell stated, "This is the same mindset I always have. They say I'm calm, cool, and collected, but I'm really fired up. I don't know why they say that. You know, I guess I can say not having my rowdy brother around me every day. My brother ain't been in camp, ain't seen him, talked to him, nothing throughout this whole camp. I think that might have, slowed me down as far as how rational I can be. When he's getting ready for a fight, I'm loud and obnoxious and energetic, intoxicated, whatever we want to call it, and having a good time waiting for him to fight. And I feel like at this moment, it's my turn. Just don't get that noise in my head." Here's what people really thought about the fight.
Yeah, Charlo's not really giving him anything. Not really giving him that power. Yeah, just wait till Canelo gets my power, Just wait, brother.
What would you do to Canelo?
I don't know if he was scared or not, but Canelo did a tremendous job in there. He did what he had to do. But, oh, that was you out here? I thought about Carl. We done this again. Which one you want? I'm different. Which one you want? Different. Which one you want?
Canelo's trainer, Eddie Reynoso, assured people that Canelo was 100% ready to face Jermell, even though fans were worried about his hand injury. Eddie stated, "Fighters tend to talk a lot when they don't have the fight, but once they do have the fight, they tend to be really respectful. A champion like Charlo has been a class act and very respectful. I noticed that when fight time comes, respect comes with it. The physical setbacks are over and done with. We had dealt with some adversity in the past, but Canelo has the best fusion of experience and youth. He's still young and has a lot to give, and we're 100% ready and 100% healthy and ready to show it on Saturday night." Chris Algieri never saw Jermell having a chance in this fight at all, and he stated, "I don't see Charlo winning this fight. I never really saw Charlo being in this fight. 2 weight classes is a big jump. We have weight classes for a reason, and someone as physically strong and as explosive the way that Canelo is, it's a big ask. And Charlo's not the busiest guy in the world either, neither one of them are. Sean Porter thought that the only way Jermell was going to win was by knocking out Canelo. Sean stated, "Let's be honest, if he beats Canelo, it's only by knockout. That's the only way Jermell gets the win, and it's a one-punch knockout. If we're betting on a win by Jermell Charlo, it's by knockout. And I've heard it's a lot of money. It's worth betting on it because if it happens, it's the craziest thing." Paulie Malignaggi thought that Jermell lacked the discipline required to go against Canelo in the ring. Paulie stated, "I'd say Charlo is taller. He's not bigger. Sometimes I think people mistake him for the taller, the bigger, like, oh, he can fill in. I think in this generation, we're in an era where people don't really respect the weight classes. In general, watching Canelo in the ring, even against a big guy like Bivol, he went the distance. He was never hurt in the fight. So it's very hard to get the power and respect on the part of Canelo. Now, having said that, I'm also going to go in another direction here because I feel like we're giving Charlo absolutely no credit. Charlo has the boxing ability. He just doesn't have the discipline mentally." Jermell didn't want to say anything bad about Canelo's skills, but he didn't want to bow down to Canelo.
I saw Canelo said earlier this week that you and your brother, I believe, quote for quote what he said, never believed in his skills. Is that true?
I believe in my skills. I'm not necessarily saying, I mean, I like him as a fighter. I like what he's done for the sport of boxing and everything he did for the country of Mexico. I'm not, against his skills, but hey, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. What you want me to do? You want me to bow down to you? That I never done. And that I would never do. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I respect Canelo as a fighter. You know what I mean? Not as like, he's a man. He has glory. He take care of his family, take care of his kids. I'm pretty sure like he been through some of the things I'm going through. He's just probably never been able to explain it the way I'm voicing mine to you. A lot of these fighters go through the same thing I'm going through, but not able to actually share it. And I'm sharing it with y'all, so y'all get a chance to see when I do rebirth myself, then y'all get a chance to see me be at the top of my game.
The WBC president, Mauricio Sulaiman, was extremely excited about this fight, and he couldn't wait to see what happens. Mauricio stated, "This is such a sensational event. Not just the fight Canelo Charlo. There are 8 belts out there, undisputed against undisputed, and it's a sensational historic event. Canelo, the best fighter in the world. Charlo is so hungry, so determined, and has been dreaming of this opportunity for a long, long time. And they're going to make it work. If you go in depth into analyzing, Charlo is much bigger, taller, and has a longer reach. Canelo is a small super middleweight, so he grew up from super welterweight to super middle. So size does not matter in this fight, but it's going to be a great, great event." Tony Bellew knew that Jermell was hungry to prove himself, and he was ready for the fight. Tony stated, "Canelo versus Charlo really is an amazing fight. I've got this feeling that the youth on Charlo's side is going to be a factor in this one, and that Canelo might not be able to keep up. This one can go either way, but I just think Canelo might lose. Charlo is hungry, and I feel he has a bigger point to prove." Timothy Bradley thought that this was a huge mismatch for boxing though, and he didn't think that the weight class jump was smart on Jermell's side of things. Tim stated, "Honestly, I think this is a mismatch, and I'm going to continue to say it. You have a fighter going up 2 weight classes above his original weight class where he dominated. It's going to be a mismatch. You have probably one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of this generation, Canelo Alvarez, who's been at 168 pounds for some time now. He's the undisputed leader there, so he's used to it. His muscle maturity, his knowledge of the game, and he's even fought as high as 175 pounds. Think about that. And now he's fighting against a super welterweight. Think about that now, and I understand everybody saying, oh, well, Charlo's bigger. No, he's not. He's not as dense as Canelo. Canelo is like a bowling ball. He's a tank. Shakur Stevenson was sure that Jermell was going to shock the world with a win over Canelo.
I would not be shocked if Charlo beats him.
Did his
Really?
thing.
I would not be shocked. But it depends if Canelo could like walk him down without getting hurt or buzz.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting to see.
Jermell Charlo has been focusing on Canelo for so long, but he's already got his next move figured out. Jermell stated, "I think at 168 is a real comfortable weight for me. I don't want to be at 168. I'll go down to 154. I got some other stuff to handle over there and make money over there as well. I know my brother's at 168, and I know we're going to be doing some shifts soon within the Charlos and the Crews and the Arrows and everybody, but that's to be determined. Where we can make a fight, I'll take it. I'm not too focused on Crawford at the moment. I should be 1 or 2. I should be up there in the top dogs. Pound for pound doesn't matter to me." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.